Hi friends, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I am Sana Maryam. Today in this video, I will discuss you how you can keep your brain healthy. We all struggle with memory from time to time. Maybe you've forgotten someone's name or misplaced an item you use daily. The good news is that memory is something you can improve and sharpen with a little effort and practice. In this article, we'll explore some ways to sharpen your memory quickly and effectively. Pay attention. One of the biggest reasons we forget things is that we don't pay enough attention when we first learn them. When you're trying to remember something, make sure you're fully present and focused on the task at hand. Put away any distractions and give the task your full attention. This will help you encode the information in your brain more effectively, making it easier to recall later on. Practice visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool for memory improvement. When you're trying to remember something, try to create a vivid mental image of it in your mind. This will help you encode the information in a way that's easy to recall later on. For example, if you're trying to remember someone's name, try to picture their face in your mind and associate their name with a distinctive feature, such as their hairstyle or the color of their eyes. Use mnemonics. Mnemonics are memory aids that can help you remember information more easily. They work by associating the information you're trying to remember with something else that's easy to recall. For example, you might use the acronym ROY-G-BIV to remember the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Mnemonics can be especially helpful when you're trying to remember long lists or sequences of information. Get enough sleep. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. When you sleep, your brain processes and consolidates the information you've learned during the day, making it easier to recall later on. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're likely to have trouble remembering things. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night to give your brain the time it needs to consolidate your memories. Exercise regularly. Exercise is good for both your body and your brain. Studies have shown that regular exercise can improve memory and cognitive function. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which can help to stimulate the growth of new neurons and improve brain function. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise per day to reap the memory-boosting benefits. Practice repetition. Repetition is key when it comes to memory. The more you repeat something, the more likely it is to stick in your brain. If you're trying to remember something, repeat it to yourself several times or write it down multiple times. This will help to reinforce the information in your brain and make it easier to recall later on. Use chunking. Chunking is a memory technique that involves breaking down information into smaller, more manageable chunks. For example, if you're trying to remember a phone number, you might chunk it into groups of 3 or 4 digits, e.g. 555. 1234 becomes 555, 1234. This can make it easier to remember long strings of information by breaking them down into smaller, more manageable pieces. Challenge your brain. Just like your muscles need exercise to stay strong, your brain needs exercise to stay sharp. Challenge your brain by learning new skills or taking up new hobbies. This can help to stimulate the growth of new neurons and improve cognitive function. Some good brain-boosting activities include crossword puzzles, Sudoku, and learning a new language. Reduce stress. Stress can have a negative impact on memory and cognitive function. When you're stressed, your brain produces hormones that can interfere with memory consolidation. If you're experiencing chronic stress, it can also cause structural changes in the brain that can impair memory. To reduce stress, try practicing relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or yoga. Engaging in regular exercise and getting enough sleep can also help to reduce stress levels. Use memory games and apps. There are many memory games and apps available that can help to improve your memory. These games and apps are designed to challenge your brain and stimulate cognitive function. Some popular options include Lumosity, Elevate, and Peak. These games and apps can be a fun way to sharpen your memory while also improving your overall cognitive function. Use association. Association is a powerful memory technique that involves associating the information you're trying to remember with something else that's easy to recall. For example, if you're trying to remember someone's name is John, you might associate their name with a famous person named John, e.g. John Lennon or John F. Kennedy. This can make it easier to recall the information later on. Practice active recall. Active recall is a memory technique that involves actively recalling information from memory rather than simply reviewing it passively. For example, if you're trying to remember a list of items, you might try to recall the items from memory without looking at the list. This can help to reinforce the information in your brain and make it easier to recall later on. Avoid multitasking. Multitasking can be a major distraction when it comes to memory. When you're trying to remember something, it's important to give it your full attention. Avoid multitasking and focus on one task at a time. This will help you to encode the information in your brain more effectively and improve your overall memory function. Use a memory palace. A memory palace is a memory technique that involves associating information with specific locations in a familiar place, such as your home. For example, if you're trying to remember a shopping list, you might associate each item on the list with a specific room in your house. This can make it easier to recall the information later on by visualizing the items in their associated locations. Eat a healthy diet. Finally, it's important to eat a healthy diet to keep your brain functioning at its best. Aim for a balanced diet that includes plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and healthy fats. Avoid processed foods and excessive sugar and alcohol intake, as these can impair memory function. Conclusion. Improving your memory takes effort and practice, but it's a skill that can be sharpened with time. By incorporating these tips into your daily routine, you can improve your memory quickly and effectively. Remember to pay attention, practice visualization, use mnemonics, get enough sleep, exercise regularly, practice repetition, use chunking, challenge your brain, reduce stress, use memory games and apps, use association, practice active recall, avoid multitasking, use a memory palace, and eat a healthy diet to keep your brain functioning at its best.